It's time now for Patriot Channel 11 o'clock news. Late May 30th, 2016. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. Late at 11 o'clock news and runs. And our top story at 11 o'clock is the director of the synthesized who St. Maynard said the killing of the Silver Gorilla Hammerby was justified because the child who had fallen in the animal's pen was in serious danger. Former Attorney General Edward Codell had made an extraordinary concession that Edward Snowden did us a favor in leaking classified surveillance documents. Seoul, North Korea attempted to fire a missile from its east coast area on Tuesday, but the launch appears to have failed. South Korean officials said it would be the latest in a string of unsuccessful ballistic missiles tested by the isolated country. California voters will effectively decide how much sway will he have over the mostly meaningless document mixed message of the past few days from Kemp centered on how hard he is going to fight on the Democratic platform. President Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump said Sunday that legal immigrants receive better care than the nation's veterans and talked about an overwhelmingly supported crowd at the annual World Fund to tribute the armed forces. Police responded to a call Monday by seen straight from the South Florida crime novel. A body was found being eaten alive by two alligators in the Everglades. A woman killed by a crocodile in Australia's Northwest Settlement at the end of her friend's cancer treatment. Cindy Walton, 46, was swimming at the Thornton Beach near Kansas in Queensland State when a crocodile dragged her away. Rio de Janeiro, the anti-corruption minister of the Brazil's Lieutenant President Michael Turner resigned Monday night after a secret recording showed that he tried to stimulate a sleeping corruption investigation revolving around Petrobras. Despite being members of the opposition parties, many asserted Khan of London on the Labour Party and David Cameron, the Conservative Prime Minister, campaigned together on Monday to avoid a British exit from the European Union. It was supposed to be a form of punishment, particularly harsh to remember Khan, but by the time Yamaka Tanuka's parents came looking for him after intentionally abandoning the 7-year-old in the woods and drove to Japan for several minutes. A bit of stir always ensues when someone goes over to what may be the most famous fence in the United States, the one above the White House grounds, as a metal object thrown over the White House fence. San Francisco police say that FBI agent's gun and badge were stolen after his car was broken in the city's proper Alamo Square. The town of Pepperell, Massachusetts has called the Memorial Day parade Monday due to a potential heavy rain and lightning, but the few uniformed men decided to march anyway. Chicago police beefed up patrols for Memorial Day afternoon. 60 people were shot during the violent 3-day holiday weekend. Although Monday's rain postponed Attleboro's Memorial Day parade to Saturday at 10 a.m. A ceremony was held inside at American Legion Post 312 in South Attleboro. And also, Norton's Memorial Day ceremony and program are moving inside in the Yale School, and the parade was canceled due to rain. And also, same thing in Redmond due to rain. Redmond held a Memorial Day ceremony and Memorial Day service at Redmond Center Cemetery. And Foxborough. Some 35 residents, veterans, scouts, and town officials turned out in steady downpours shortly before 7 a.m. Monday for the first official flag raising at the new flagpole Foxborough Common. 3 Attleboro area towns Wednesday will begin banning the sale of cigarettes to anyone younger than 21. Cookouts and Memorial Day parades were washed out across the state Monday, but for Paul Monty Radium, the father of fallen soldier, Medal of Honor recipient, U.S. Army Sergeant First Class Stuart Monty, the rain was most appropriate, as he spoke in the Mansfield Memorial Day ceremony. In news across Massachusetts, Viacom directors vowed to fight any move to dismiss him. Viacom's director vowed Monday to fight any potential moves by the alien media mogul Simon Redstone and his daughter Sherry Redstone rejecting the company's board. The chairman of China's biggest conglomerate recently predicted that the new $5.5 billion Disney theme park company Shanghai next month would fail, less than a lack of innovation to intellectual properties and characters. Singapore U.S. oil prices were lifted early on Tuesday by the start of the peak demand summer driving season. All of international fuel markets were weighed down by the rising output of the Middle East, which mostly serves Asian customers. Oxford, Massachusetts. Authorities say a car that was wrecked by another vehicle in Oxford hit two pedestrians on the sidewalk, killing one of them and leaving the other in critical condition. A Pyramid police investigation shows the operator of Lexus lost control of the vehicle late Monday morning and struck Victoria Corral. The car hit two pedestrians. The Worcester County District Attorney Office say 52-year-old Oxford resident Daniel Seville died at the scene. 52-year-old Andover resident Gina Cabell was taken to UMass Medical Center Worcester and is in critical condition. Boston. Lawmakers are examining the impact of recent court decisions that found the state had failed to meet requirements for cutting greenhouse gas emissions. According to the Colorado University Boulder study, narcotic painkillers cause chronic pain. While the Zika virus often causes disease by symptoms of adults becoming notorious for its link to the American health via birth defect where infants are an abnormally small head. Take a look at the New England Insular. It's at 11:05 p.m. Springfield, Massachusetts. Moving after the first pedestrian at 8 hour bulk of Summers Road. Car hit pedestrian took off. Pedestrian injured, but up and walking. Peter Channel News Time is now 11:05 p.m. on this late Monday night. And it's time now for a Trevor Report. Let's study off down in Rhode Island where it's looking good at highways and byways. The Ocean State, but 395 at the southbound side. Low after Route 6 in Brooklyn, Connecticut. Out in the Cape, it's looking on the highways and byways at the Cape Cod vicinity. Eastern Massachusetts highways are looking good. Mass Park interchange with 29395 at Auburn and 991 in Chicopee, Springfield. It's a little slow. Route 101 on the westbound side, slow after the Manchester, New Hampshire area. 95 on the southbound side, a little slow on the main turnpike around the Kennebec Port. And 95. But otherwise, Northern New England highways are looking good. I-89 on the southbound side, a little slow after the Canadian border in Vermont. And I-87 on the southbound side, a little slow after the Canadian border up in Vermont. But otherwise, highways and byways at Connecticut are looking good. The only slow spot we can see in New York is 95 on both ends, a little slow. The Bronx all the way to the George Washington Bridge, 95 on the northbound side, a little slow before the George Washington Bridge in New Jersey. 278 eastbound side, a little slow on the Long Island Expressway in Brooklyn. Jersey Turnpike, a little slow on Garden State Parkway in Edison, New Jersey. 95 on the southbound side, a little slow on Philadelphia Stretch. But highways and byways of New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Delaware are looking good. I-35 on the northbound side in Oklahoma, a little slow. Just around Paul's Valley on the northbound side in Oklahoma, and Route 20 in the eastbound side, a little around 45 just south of Dallas, Texas. And Route 45 on the northbound side, a little just before I-10 towards the Houston city limits. 90 on the northbound side, a little slow around the Chicago stretch, and Route 10 on the westbound side, also just near Route 15 in San Bernardino, California. Route 15 in the southbound side, so from Las Vegas headed towards Los Angeles. And 71 on the southbound side, also before 271 headed towards Cincinnati. Alright, let's take a look at MBTA alerts at 11:07. Ferries out, looking good. Subway system is looking good. On the commuter rail, looking good. Peter Channel News Time is now 11:08 p.m. on this late Monday night. And it's time now for a weather report and latest radar shows. Lines of rain showers east of Amherst, Massachusetts, stretched a bit of airfall and curving around towards south of Jaffrey, New Hampshire, and in eastern portions of Jaffrey, New Hampshire. And to the south of us, a line of rain showers stretching from eastern tip of Long Island and stretching it down the coast of Jersey, Delaware, Chesapeake Bay, eastern Maryland, and down for eastern Virginia and the northern portion of North Carolina, west some heavy bands of rain showers. The remnants of Bonnie headed off the northeastern North Carolina coast. A lot of rain showers and storms from West Virginia and stretching in western North Carolina. Okay, 7-day forecast. It goes like this. For tonight, Petrobras got to 3 airborne. Coast got about 63 degrees. South at about 6 miles out of the southwest. Today, Petrobras before 80 airborne. Most coast guys are going to become 6 guys about 83 degrees. West about 5 at 7 miles out of Tuesday. Most coast got about 57 degrees. West about 5 miles out of but north at midnight. Wednesday, South got about 74 degrees. Northeast about 5 at 7 miles out of Wednesday night. Parkland's got about 52 degrees. Northeast wind. Thursday, parts of the most guys got about 70 about 53 degrees. Friday, Chester showers after 3 p.m. Most guys got about 73 about 57 degrees. Chesapeake at 30%. Saturday, Chester showers afternoon. Most guys got about 78 about 57 degrees. Chesapeake at 30%. Sunday, Chester showers. Most guys got about 75 about 57 degrees. And Chesapeake at 45%. Chester showers. Most guys about they would have at 74 degrees. Chesapeake is 40%. Currently not there, it is overcast skies and it's 71 degrees. And humidity 87%, 22 above Celsius. And that's me for the Peter Channel. 11 o'clock news. It is late Monday night, May 30, 2016. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow morning with more important. Good night. See you tomorrow.